Hi everybody, welcome on your weekly tarot reading. My name is Asna, and if you like what you see, if you like what you feel, if you like my vibration, you're welcome to, write to me privately for a private session. Otherwise, I hope it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, that means it's not for you. When I read the collective, I never reach everybody. That's not the way it works, because we are all experiencing a different reality and we are all going through different situations and experience right now. But what it does mean is that I will grab an average of something that is maybe more powerful than something else in the energy of the collective. So I will grab a frequency, a vibration of an overall emotional state of being that would be stronger. And that's exactly what I have this week for you, which is in fact the continuation of what I read the last week. So it's very coherent and logical, but I will say unfortunately now it's even deeper in that what I have this week, meaning that yes, not only you acknowledge the situation that needs to change, and that you are in fact indeed at the end of your emotional journey with that person, but you also realize that this journey with that person has been for too long based on a fake happiness, I call it. What is a fake happiness? It's when you put a mask, a brave face in a mask in your face, and that maybe people outside of your reality, friends and family, can tell you, wow, you look so happy, when in fact it is quite the opposite, that you feel kind of empty, bored and lonely. But it's not what it appeared. It looks like a happy situation, a happy couple, a happy family, but in fact it's not. So that's what we have here, and it's one of the reasons why it needs to be the end of this journey. But also what I see is that unfortunately with that card, you may be in a situation where there is another person in the picture that led one or the other counterpart wanting this decision of leaving the other, consciously or unconsciously, because it can be both, right? Sometimes we're like that, and we are moving forward in our lives, but we don't really want to see clearly, because it is in fact very challenging and very confronting to mirror our own selves and our own actions and our own lacks and fears and desires, etc., etc. So it may be someone else in that situation that helped one or the other reached that final decision of wanting to leave the situation, the loving situationship. What I have more this week that was not there last week is the card of the Justice. So the card of the Justice is just putting a final stamp on this famous situation where it will need to be brought in front of a legal office, maybe, or maybe not. But this card is literally aiming towards this thing where you are going to officially sign up some papers, at least sign up some papers, maybe to split furnitures and who is going to stay in the house and the car, and there's so many things that are related to the concept of justice and of equity and of fairness and balance when you split with someone and you have things to share and decisions to make. And that's what this card is saying. It's aiming towards that. okay? Or literally you're going to go in front of a legal person to, you know, to sign up the official divorce paper. That can be that too. So that's what is probably awaiting for you guys, you that this reading is resonate with, by the way. If you are single, I hope that by now you understood this reading is not for you, right? All right. I always shuffle my cards in my 2 tarot decks. When I have the same card falling from the both of the deck, it means that it's very relevant, and it's a very powerful energy. So you are right now carbureting with a lot of fear and a lot of emotional distortion. And right now, what I receive in the energies is a lot of confusion and a lot of grief. And it's like if I hear that you are lost in some choices that you need to make, or that you've already made, that make you feel so afraid of what's going to happen. You know, it's like you are stirring like nonstop these fears, and you cannot get rid of them. You are literally fear-based right now. You need to be careful with that, because we are creating what we are emanating. And if you emanate, and if you are putting outside of yourself the vibration of fear, what you will attract is going to be as low vibrational as what you put out of yourself. So I know it's easy to say, but the thing that you need to do, and that's what I hear right now, is to go back to the present moment. The more than you can, the more than you can. If you are lost in your head, if you're lost in your thoughts, that makes your emotions carburate even more and more. So you need to get out of your head right now and go back to the heart. Even if this heart is broken, he's way more functional right now and way better for you, for yourself, and for your sake than your thoughts. And you have to go back there. How to go back there? You need to come back in the present moment. Do some meditative practices, practice present awareness, for example. There's a lot that you can do to help yourself to go back to this very present moment. This will help you go through that. It is literally, and that's what I've been told, the most powerful weapon that you have against your own state of distress is to go back to this 0 point of presence. And that's how you will get through this, through here. So I have some good news, you know, through this reading. So what I see is that first, you need to give your thoughts a rest. You need to rest your thoughts, and you need to go back to the present moment, like I've already said. But then this card is confirming this. It's like you need to sleep on your thoughts and not allow them to go to reach the surface. Okay, and what I have here is someone that will feel somehow for a little while, but not too long, under the water. Okay, you will not be at your best state of being or best state of emanating your light and to shine. You know, it is going to be challenging times, hard times. But this card is also saying that it's not going to be, and believe it or not, that's where the good news is, it is not going to be that hard. And I know that you're like, well, I really hope, because right now it's very, very heavy. Well, this card is saying that it will be easier than you think. It is going to go faster than you think. This is the card where it's saying, yes, it is going to be rough. It is, but it's not also going to be challenging in a way that you'll not be able to function. And so we have hard times, but it's not going to be eternal. And that card is here to remind us that. In fact, I even see a heart reopen sooner rather than later, meaning that this page is confirming that your heart will have the capability to open again or reopen again in a almost, I don't want to say near future, but it's not going to take years. Maybe months, for sure, maybe months, maybe even weeks. And that's where the beauty is with this page, where this is literally a new beginning of an emotional situation that is awaiting for you, but it's also saying that you can experience this emotional new beginning. You have the capability, you will be healed sooner rather than later. And so I hope this gives you a little comfort at the end of this reading that was unfortunately coherent with the one that I did last week. Take a deep breath. Everything is going to be fine. I am sending you so much love and so much light. And I wish you good luck and also a beautiful week.